go. This is Jackie, and I'm here talking to Maggie Miles. Maggie, where are you located right now?
Hey, I am currently in Northern Virginia, about 40 minutes south of DC, so it's my hometown.
Yeah, not too far from me. I'm in Rockville, Maryland.
Dude, no way, really?
Yep. So we're in the same quarantine boat. It's
yeah.
Same boat or whatever it is, right?
Right.
So what is it like down for you in Virginia? It can't be that much different, but you can't go out, can't really do anything.
Yeah, honestly, it's just everybody's in the same boat. It's just crazy. You can't even go to the grocery store without it feeling like a different paradigm we're existing in, It's totally bizarre.
Kind of feel like I'm trapped in a weird movie because you're used to DMV traffic, and I just kind of went for a drive the other day and there's nobody on the roads. And I'm like,
yeah,
where am I?
Yes.
So I can imagine that everything that's going on with COVID-19 and cats, because we're home, has really changed things, especially if you're a musician. I know it's really impacted everyone's way of life, but you have plans to release a new single, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So Swim is still coming out?
Yes, Swim is coming out this Friday. I don't know when this video will be, or this interview will be out, but right. Friday. Yep.
Very cool. So what inspired the songwriting for Swim?
Man, well, it's a loaded question. I think it was kind of a culmination of quite a few things. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Just a heads up. Oh, nope, it passed. Just wanted to warn you. Swim was kind of a culmination of a couple things. I don't know how you feel about this or anybody watching this feels about this, but I know for myself, I tend to process things way later than when they occur. It'll hit me months later where I'm like, oh my gosh, that's something that happened or something that didn't happen or, whatever. And the year previous to me moving to Nashville in September, honestly was really difficult. It was kind of dark. I was in and out of bad decisions and toxic behaviors and just was at a really low point. And I think when months later everything had kind of gotten better, I was finally doing music full time, as my career, which is so surreal still to wake up every day and have that be a thing. But honestly, dude, I think it was me kind of processing that situation and that time in my life and kind of from a more outside perspective rather than in the thick of it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, music can be therapeutic to listen to, and I would imagine it'd be therapeutic to write.
100%. Yeah.
So where are you as far as your plans for your debut album?
Yeah. So right now it's set to release mid to late May. But the actual date is kind of being juggled just a little bit because we just really don't know, with this whole thing, what's going on. But right now it's mid-May is what we're shooting for. Yeah. So
with that concerts and festivals kind of being pushed, even now, I think most summer festivals have been pushed to the fall. How do you go about connecting with fans to kind of keep your music in their ears and minds?
Yeah. I love that. Well, we're so lucky to be in the age we are with social media. That's literally the easiest way to do that. But other than social media shows, I think the idea of creating this memory or moment that's only held captive within that room is freaking awesome because the audience is part of that, when you go to a really good concert and you step away from it and it affects you, that's all I want to do as an artist. So I think connecting with people through that, and then afterward too, because of the connections made in the live performance, I usually have an increase in my activity on my social media because of that. And so then I'm able to interact with them through either instant messaging or following some of them back or just being really personal with my social media, I think is key. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to do.
And then learning about you, it seems like that live component is really where you shine and where you prefer to be. So I can imagine you're going a little stir crazy sitting on the couch at home.
Yeah, I've been writing a lot and producing some, but yeah, it definitely is weird to adjust to.
So some artists have been taking to their couches and using different social media platforms to play for fans. Has that been something you've kind of tossed around the idea of?
Yeah, I've done like 2 or 3 live streams since this whole thing. It's hard. It doesn't feel as, close, obviously. But I do think that taking advantage of that is great. I just don't want to get lost in all the noise because like every artist is doing that. So I'm trying to figure out ways to kind of stick out a little bit more and still connect.
Excellent. So what else have you been doing to keep busy? You did mention songwriting.
Yes. I brought my little like tiny interface, and I have a little like MIDI controller piano that I brought with me, and like a crappy microphone. So I've just been like doing weird things like with that. But I've also been reading and catching up on like weird shows that I've wanted to watch for a while. Now I have time to.
Any good books you can recommend for us? Because I've been plowing through them with all this time.
Yeah. Well, there's this book called Eleanor and Pike. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Okay, that's a great book. I reread Stargirl recently, and I think Disney's actually like doing a show on it or movie or something.
Oh, that cool. I could see that going really well for Disney. That's a great book.
Yeah, it is. It's really sweet. Like I think it has a message. So I reread that recently, but yeah, it was fun.
Every little bit helps to kind of keep us busy and keep things going. So do you have you mentioned the release of your album. Do you have any tour dates kind of down the line that that are still going forth, or is everything still on kind of pause for right now?
One thing that like we've been really trying to stick to is the album release show. So right now it's set for May 30th, and it's going to be at Pearl Street Warehouse in DC. So if you can make it to that, you should come. Yeah, I'm playing in Boston in late April, or maybe it was late May. But all of them are listed as either postponed or as like still on my website, so you can check those out there.
And I feel like books are a great place to escape to, TV shows and things like that. But what gives you hope in these really weird times?
Yeah. Man, that's a hard question. I think it depends on the day, I know for me, like, a big aspect of my music is my, like, spiritual life. And so that's something that I can I know for me personally that I can hold to. And outside of that, too, though, like, the idea of creating something that I do understand when nothing around me really makes sense, I think that that's kind of cool. And, like, I always want to encourage people, like, whatever that is for you, whether it's, like, painting, whether it's, like, writing or, that creative outlet to make something for yourself that makes sense to you. I think it's sick.
Love that. Well, hope we can see you down at Pearl Street next month, and stay tuned for Swim coming out. Thanks so much, Maggie Miles. And I mean, you're not too far away, but be safe. Have a good week.
Yeah, you too. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, you as well. Have a good one.
Bye. Yeah, you too.